Welcome to Rhode Island withholding tax. That's what state we're on here in the payroll and Google Sheets exercise going through all 50 states and the District of Columbia, reviewing 2023 tax rates. A lot of states oftentimes stay the same from year to year. It looks like Rhode Island is probably going to be one of those states from everything I've read. So we're just rerunning and redoing a video about how to do Rhode Island tax because there is a little something tricky going on with Rhode Island because they have a state disability amount that can apply to your employees, and that's 1.1%. And that's something that not every state has. So we'll talk about Rhode Island here. You're going to have Rhode Island W-4 allowances. So you have the employee fill out the Rhode Island W-4, you have them put the number of allowances there. Here, we do not care about filing status in Rhode Island. You can leave this blank. It does not matter. They keep it simple when it comes to that, so you don't have to do anything with Rhode Island filing status. And when it comes to just running the formulas on what you do, so you're going to annualize your wages and just deduct your exemption, your allowance amount, which I believe is just like $1,000, I think it is. So AC 20, which is going to be right where Rhode Island is, 1,000 right here. And this, I believe, will be accurate for 2023. Haven't seen a booklet, but everything I've seen says it's staying the same. So we'll see. But I'll leave it at 2022 for now, just for record's sake. So you can then just do the if-then formula to place the wages in the proper bucket. There's a range in Rhode Island of about 3.75% to 5.99% on different layers of wages. That's how you do the formula. And then you also keep track of the wage base for state disability because there's a maximum that gets taxed, the 1.1% for SDI. If SDI applies in Rhode Island, which I believe oftentimes it does. And this is what you get: is you get a pay stub with Rhode Island state tax. You get 1,900 in wages. You end up with 75.31 when you have two allowances chosen for your employee in Rhode Island. So that looks to be the rates that we'll be also maintaining through 2023 as far as we know. We'll, of course, keep it updated, but I mean, it's probably good. I'll call it awaiting 2023 as well, just to make it yellow, because I just haven't seen anything yet. Sometimes I'd like to see a newer booklet, but it looks like it's pretty much done. And certainly you can start the year of 2023 with that. There's nothing I saw that made it seem like you wouldn't be starting the year with these types of rates. So we're moving on to South Carolina. And then we've got some super easy states like South Dakota, Tennessee, and Texas that don't have any state tax. So we're just going to double check that all of a sudden there aren't any state tax rules in those states, which I don't think there are. And then we have Utah, Virginia, Vermont. Washington's a little tricky. Wisconsin, West Virginia, and no tax Wyoming. That is getting close to getting done already, at least the first run through, even though we have a lot of other states still to maintain. But we're on Rhode Island and we're on to South Carolina. We are going to keep on trucking through the country, getting all the tax rates in this payroll in Google Sheets formula, because this whole file, I mean, I will sell access to this for $100. You could basically run any small business in any one of the states. You've got enough with this to do that. That's the whole goal, is to get the project done, get it rolled out right there, right as the new year happens, when everyone needs to change payroll and get things going. Because this payroll program is a really easy thing to use. I'm just making sure that we're getting all the formulas right and being compliant with the tax code in each one of the states, because it changes so rapidly and off timing. It changes all the time. So anyway, that's Rhode Island. Looks to be okay. Everything's matching. And we're going to move on to South Carolina next, a state that I used to drive through a lot when I used to drive back and forth to see my grandpa in Florida. I don't drive as much to Florida anymore. I haven't been to South Carolina in a while, actually. We will check in on their tax rates and see how it's going there. All right, that's our next state. Moving on. Payroll should be easy. We are making it so, and we made it so in Rhode Island. Rhode Island.